Welcome to this short Energy and Water Reporting and Benchmarking, or EWRB, video by the City of Toronto. Step 4. Verify and submit. This video will cover 1. How to attest that your property's data has been verified by a certified professional. 2. How to use Portfolio Manager's Data Quality Checker to check for errors that will prevent Portfolio Manager from generating metrics for your property. 3. How to report your data to the Ministry of Energy. If your building is 100,000 square feet or larger, a certified professional must verify your data the first year you report, and then every 5 years afterward. A certified professional is someone who has certification or accreditation as an energy manager, a building operator, a measurement and verification professional, or a commissioning agent. They will double-check your data for possible errors or red flags that need to be addressed before you submit your data to the Ministry of Energy. To attest that your data has been verified by a certified professional, follow these steps. Navigate to the Details tab for your property. Scroll down the page and locate the Unique Identifiers or ID section. Click on the Edit button in that section. This will bring you to the Property Identifiers or IDs page. In the Custom ID section, under Custom ID 3, enter Data Verification in the Name field. Properties with a gross floor area of 100,000 square feet or more are required to have their data verified by a certified professional. If the data has been verified, enter Yes in the ID field.
If the data has not been verified, enter No in the ID field.
Click on the Save button at the bottom of the page to confirm your changes. Data issues can prevent Portfolio Manager from generating metrics for your property. To check for possible data errors, use the Data Quality Checker. To access the Data Quality Checker, navigate to the Summary tab for your property and scroll down to find the Data Quality Checker section. Important: the Data Quality Checker will not automatically fix errors for you. You will need to fix the issues identified using the guidance within the alerts. Also, the Data Quality Checker is not a substitute for data verification because it does not identify all issues. Click on the Check for Possible Errors button. This will bring you to the Data Quality Checker page. In the Year Ending field, enter the end date for the year of the data you want to report. For example, if you are required to report data for the 2022 calendar year, select December 31st, 2022 from the drop-down menu. Then click the Run Checker button. The Data Quality Checker will list any alerts or warnings found for your property. Yellow yield signs indicate atypical data, such as unusually high or low values. If you receive a yellow yield sign warning, but you know the information is correct, you can ignore it. Red stop signs indicate more urgent alerts that will prevent Portfolio Manager from generating metrics for your property until they are resolved. All alerts and warnings will include detailed, hyperlinked text that will take you to the section of Portfolio Manager where the issue is found. To be clear, the Data Quality Checker will not automatically fix the errors for you. You will need to fix the issues identified using the guidance within the alerts. Once you have reviewed all warnings and resolved all alerts, run the Data Quality Checker again to confirm that no further flags have been found. After you have addressed each of the alerts in the Data Quality Checker, click the Cancel link at the bottom of the page. This will return you to the Summary tab for your property. If you have not already added an EWRB ID to your property's profile, now is the time to do it. To add an EWRB ID to a property, navigate to the My Portfolio tab and select your property. Once you are on the dedicated page for your property, click on the Details tab. Scroll down the page to find the Unique Identifiers or IDs section on the left side of the page. Click the Edit button in that section. On the Edit Property Identifiers page, scroll down to the Standard IDs section. From the Standard IDs drop-down list, select Ontario EWRB ID. In the ID field, enter the unique 6-digit Ontario EWRB ID for your property. For instructions on how to obtain an EWRB ID for your property, review Step 1 in this video, or consult page 7 of the Ministry of Energy's Portfolio Manager Guide for property owners. Links to both can be found in the description below this video. Important: be sure to use the correct EWRB ID for your property when submitting your EWRB report to the Ministry of Energy. Click the Save button. The next steps show you how to submit your data to the Ministry of Energy. Go to www.toronto.ca/EWRB. Click on the blue Report Your Data button. This will take you to a Ministry of Energy Submit Your Report page. Click the Portfolio Manager EWRB 2023 Reporting Submission link. The link will open your Portfolio Manager account to a Respond to Data Request page. In the About Your Response section, select Myself unless you are submitting data on behalf of a client. Scroll down to the Your Response section. This box shows the timeframe of the Ministry of Energy's request for EWRB data. The timeframe is specified by the Ministry of Energy and cannot be changed. Click the Select Properties button. A Select Properties pop-up window will appear. Click the check boxes next to the property or properties that you want to report data for. Click the Apply Selection button. Back in the Your Response section, click the Generate Response Preview button. This will take you to the Reporting tab and the Data Requests from Others table. The status column of the table will show you that your preview is being generated. Once the process has completed, a green box will appear at the top of the Reporting tab, confirming that your preview has been generated. Scroll down to find the Data Requests from Others table. A green bar will also appear at the top of the table, and the status column will say Response Preview Generated. To preview your submission, select Preview Response from the drop-down list in the Actions column on the right side of the table. The preview in the Information and Metrics section will show you a single row of data for each property you indicated should be included in your EWRB report. Use the scroll bar at the bottom of the Information and Metrics section to move the preview to the right to view all the fields that will be reported. Important:
Look for the Weather Normalized Site Energy Use heading in the table. If this cell has not available in it, this means one of your billing periods is 65 days or longer. To fix this issue, you need to go back into the Monthly Entries table for your meters and split each overly long billing period into smaller entries that are shorter than 65 days.
Click the Close link at the bottom right of the page to close the preview and proceed to the next step. You will be returned to the Reporting tab.
Scroll down to the Data Requests from Others table.
Find the row that shows the Ministry of Energy's EWRB data request in the Name column of the table. Select Send Response from the drop-down list in the Actions column for that row. Selecting Send Response will bring you to the Finalize and Send Data Request page. Section 1. who, besides you should we send a confirmation email to, lets you specify additional people who should receive copies of the email confirming that your EWRB report has been submitted. The first box lets you add existing contacts from your Portfolio Manager contacts book. The second box lets you enter the email addresses of the people who are not listed in your Portfolio Manager contacts book. We recommend that you add your own email address into the optional additional email addresses box to make sure that you receive a confirmation email yourself. Note that if you do not add additional recipients in the boxes on this Finalize and Send Data Request page, Portfolio Manager will automatically send the confirmation email only to the email address listed in your account sections.
Back on the Finalize and Send Data Request page, scroll down to Section 2.
What format would you like your data in for the email attachment? Select Excel. In Section 3, e-sign your data response. Enter your username and password for your Portfolio Manager account. Select the checkbox to confirm that you consent to releasing your data to the Ministry of Energy. Then click on the e-sign response button. You will then see a green checkmark beside the Your Password box. Scroll down to Section 4, Send Data, and click on the Send Data button. Click the Continue button. You will receive a confirmation email. You have now submitted your report. Congratulations. Important. In some cases, you may want to add or update information after you have already submitted your EWRB report to the Ministry of Energy. For example, if you realize that your information is incomplete or something has changed since you submitted your information. To do this, first update the property information you want to change. Then navigate to the Reporting tab and scroll down to locate the Data Requests from Others table. Find the row that shows the Ministry of Energy's EWRB data request in the name column of the table. Select Respond to Data Request Form from the drop-down list in the Action column of the table. This will start the process of generating a new response preview. Once you see the green bar notifying you that your new response preview has been generated, you can select Generate an Updated Response from the drop-down list in the Action column of the table. This will allow you to repeat the steps to submit your report.
Thank you for watching the City of Toronto's video series on how to benchmark and report your property's energy and water data using Portfolio Manager.